It's the Somebody Show. This is the show where anybody can be somebody.
Okay.
I haven't said that in a few episodes.
You have not?
No, and...
it's because you're usually messing up the end where you say all too many times.
No, we're not there yet. But we also want to tell people to subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Or not like. We don't care about liking.
Subscribe. Just please, and tell your friends to subscribe.
We had a good weekend. We got four.
Yeah, 74 subscribers now, I think. Up to 74. We need 100.
We need 100.
Well, we need 1,000. We need 1,000.
Well, we get the special guest at 100.
Yeah, we decided we're going to set goals. We're going to be kind of somewhat realistic about this. We need 100. So, like, almost like 3/4 of the way there to our goal.
Yeah.
Right? We should do like a telethon thing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be dumb. Also, I was saying, anybody can be somebody. I feel like I really wanted to hammer home. Like, that's not hammering, that's punching. I guess you could call it like, all right, Sean. Hammer, I want to hammer home.
Right.
Like, you have to do the thing when you say words so that people that are, I don't know, they could understand exactly what I'm trying to say. I wanted to hammer home the idea that this show is about people that don't get a chance to be on Conan O'Brien's talk show and Jimmy Fallon's talk show and Johnny Carson's talk show and Alan Dubois's talk show. Does he have a talk show?
I never heard of that guy.
I don't even know if he exists. But just regular people get to sit here and talk.
Okay. What about Tom Snyder?
Tom Snyder. Yeah, I love Tom Snyder. And this
Nobody loves Tom Snyder.
Nobody? Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson was awesome. But anyway, they get a chance to kind of act like they're, not even act like, they're actually on a talk show.
We treat them with the highest of
respect.
And,
yes.
And they get all the bells and whistles.
They are the celebrity for the day sitting here. They get their time.
Today's guest got our last cup of coffee in the whole house.
Are you serious? That is special. That is special. Faith's friend's mom said that we should have our own talk show. I think we have our own talk show, but I don't know. All right, so what we're going to talk about, we have a little cheat sheet up here. Oh, you go. This is you.
Well, again, we're kind of trying to bring back some of the old classics from the first like 3 episodes, but we're going to do another Chris E. True Hollywood Story.
Yes.
All
right. I told you this one the other night, and you kind of laughed at it. So now that I've set it up, it's not going to be funny at all.
I'm supposed to pretend like I've never heard it before, though.
Oh. Well, we do show prep. We talk about that.
Okay.
To start with a sip, because my mouth might be a little dry. So when I first moved to Los Angeles, I was working in a little cafe and hotel in Santa Monica, and it's Los Angeles. Celebrities stay at hotels occasionally. Surprise.
You would think they would have houses, though.
You would think, but they have hotels. Maybe I think this particular celebrity didn't live in LA, so he was staying.
I think this particular celebrity stayed in a lot of places, halfway houses.
Yeah,
and,
maybe.
I think he had a.
So I'd heard through the grapevine while I was working that Chris Penn, am I supposed to do this and say God rest his soul? I don't know. Great actor.
Sean Penn's brother, right?
Sean Penn's brother. Been in a bunch of stuff.
Reservoir Dogs. Colors. Yeah, a couple things.
Anyway, I heard he's in the hotel, and I was a big fan, and so I was on a break, and it's coffee. Archie's drinking coffee over there. I was on a break, going to the restroom, walking down the hall of this hotel, and I see Chris Penn. He's walking toward me. All right, I'm trying to make eye contact. I'm like, oh my, I can't just like let this opportunity not. I'm just moved to LA. I'm a young actor. Like maybe this could be my break.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the hall with a celebrity. So we're getting closer. We're walking in, and right as we get close, I say, it's raining. And he kept walking. And I kind of hear him go, yeah. And that was mine.
Was it raining?
It was raining. Okay. Yes, it actually was. I wasn't lying. That was a good thing. Yeah.
It's been best friends ever since.
Best friends ever since. Yeah, and that was my break. That's why I'm so famous now. I told Chris Penn it was raining. So. Do you think when he died, he thought about that story?
It was probably, like they say, your life flashes before you as you die.
And he's
probably like, what?
He's like, why is that moment flashing for me? So that's Chris E.
I love these. I think they're the best story. I love your Hollywood
story. I hope that you guys like them too. It doesn't seem like you do, but I'm glad Sean likes it. As long as one person likes it. I added a laugh track on the last episode, and I told my wife my favorite part of that was that I finally get people to laugh at my stuff.
It's been years.
Oh, I thought that was funny. So, how's the hair today?
It's great. I didn't even look at mine before. I was a little bit rushed. We were an hour short.
That's right.
Daylight savings kind of messed us up. So
we're springing forward.
the hair and makeup did not arrive on time today.
I slept weird last night. I have a crick in my neck.
Okay.
It's gonna be weird.
I'll
all
rub
day.
it out in the break. And your neck too.
You say, that's a rock. There we go. So we don't need a laugh track. We have Matt back. Matt back. All right. Like and subscribe, or just subscribe. We're going to do a commercial and bring our guest out. And Archie is here with us. So what do you say? Go to commercial?
Yes, let's
All
do
right.
it.
We'll be right back. We're back. Sean's rubbing my shoulder, not my neck. My neck. But, we'll get there. We have a guest who's going to come talk to us, as we usually do. That seems to be our thing. I mean, we did one where it hasn't. Never mind. Our first guest today makes. Let me do that again. All right. I'm not even going to cut it. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Well, no, I'm not going to edit anything. Our first guest makes money betting on vegetables and 18th century cribbage games. Please welcome Augusto Jalon. Woo!
Thanks very much for having me.
Every time I do the high five, I did woo, and then I knew the microphone's going to
like it.
But thanks for coming out, man.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Very excited to have you. You own a restaurant.
I do, yes.
So you're going to bring us free food.
Absolutely.
You're going to do like a
once a week.
Once a week, yes.
Only once a week.
All right.
Catered.
Yes.
Now we're the official cater of the Somebody Show.
There you go.
And peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are kind of
Peanut butter and
exclusively
jelly.
what you sell?
Absolutely.
Okay.
we grind our own peanut butter.
Of course. If you're going to do a
Right.
restaurant with peanut butter and jelly.
There you go.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. No, what's the name of the restaurant?
The name of the restaurant is Augusto's.
Augustus.
It
That's
wasn't
your name.
really. It is.
That's a good idea for a name.
I didn't want it to be Augusto's.
You didn't?
I wanted to be Rat-Tat-Tooey before the movie came out.
Before the movie came out.
Yes.
That's funny.
When everyone said, your name is Augusto, it's not Bill.
Yeah.
So name it Augusto. And I really didn't want to, but I did, and it worked because I worked in a restaurant around there, so people noticed it was me.
Okay, good.
So it worked out well. 2003 we opened.
2003, nice.
Yes.
And you don't do peanut butter. I mean, maybe. Do you have peanut butter and jelly on your menu?
We do peanut. We do whatever.
There's literally everything on the menu. We looked at it yesterday,
Yes.
trying to find something that I would eat. I found one thing I'm very picky.
What's that?
The filet. That's it.
That's a good thing to eat.
Everything
It
else.
is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sean is
Very
like...
you expensive things.
No,
Especially
no,
now.
just very picky.
Chicken fingers.
Chicken
Pretty much all
fingers,
you can ever
french
get
fries,
in.
mac and cheese.
Oh, nice.
I just never grew up. I'm like Peter Pan.
Me too.
Or whatever. Yeah.
He's going to fly. We do a thing where he
Later
flies
on?
around the garage. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Can you carry me when you fly?
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's Peter Pan, I'm Tinkerbell. I'm in love with Sean.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Oh yeah, I was going to say maybe I'll stay away from that. Okay, so you worked at a restaurant prior to opening. You just said.
I worked in a couple of restaurants prior to that.
did? Okay.
Absolutely. I worked at most of the Italian bistros, which everyone knows. I worked at La Veranda downtown.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a restaurant at 3rd and Cherry called La Locanda del Giottone, which means the location of the glutton.
Wow.
And the owner was he was a card, and
Yeah.
he passed away, but he was a friend I worked in a lot of places.
Okay.
Even had the chance to work at Lebec Finn.
Oh,
but
wow.
that was after I opened up the restaurant.
Okay.
Because Lebec Finn's was the greatest restaurant, but they didn't pay well for people like me, so I couldn't do that.
Okay.
But it worked out great. Our restaurant got better because of it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love this business, the restaurant business.
Yeah. I worked in, obviously being a former actor, restaurants is
Absolutely.
kind of like goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I worked in, and I was actually going to be. All right, let's set this up. Did I talk about this before ever? All right.
I don't know.
So I started acting right out of high school. Then I worked with a German chef.
Right. Okay.
And I was this prep, cook. I came in early in the morning and did all the prep, and I really love cooking.
Yeah.
Like I grew up, I was a latchkey kid, so I was always cooking and experimenting and playing around with food.
Right.
And
Meth. Oh, food. Okay.
food.
No.
So I formed a relationship with this guy, and he's like, and I was brewing beer at the time too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, homebrew beer. And so he, being German, he's like, oh, that's great. He goes, I have a friend in Germany. He's a chef. You can apprenticeship with him as a chef and a brewmaster.
Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't take him up on it.
I'll take that gig.
Right?
Yeah, the
I'll
fork
go
in the
with
road.
it.
You thought you were going to be a movie star, and you see how that
exactly.
turned out. You're in a garage in Audubon.
But I love food. I've been telling your brother, who is the reason we got you here today.
Right, that's right.
Alan, that I've been meaning to get over to the restaurant. So
Alan actually helped me out. I was part of this restaurant called the Hip Hop Cafe.
Hip Hop Cafe.
Never really opened up.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like the Hard Rock Cafe for hip hop.
That's great.
At the time, I really didn't know what hip hop was.
Right.
It's just not my type of music. And you know, so once we did that, Alan, I was short one cook. I said, Alan, come on, you cook the grill, and he cooked the grill. And that was the day that we had a party for the Greek weekend at South Street. Okay. So we had Salt and Pepper, you know, Method Man, DJ, what is it? Jazzy Jeff. Because we had all the memorabilia on the wall. I didn't know half the people, but it was a lot. Alan was cooking. He's an architect now, but there you go.
No, when I auditioned for How High, I knew who Wu-Tang Clan was. I'd heard of them, but I didn't know who Method Man or Redman were. I think that helped me in the audition because I wasn't like, oh my God, Method Man, Redman. And I was definitely nervous. My knees, I remember my knees shaking during the audition. Literally, my knees were shaking. But they laughed and I got the part. So
that's great.
I like that you pronounce salt and pepper with a pepper and not salt and pepper.
Right, because that's after the party. Before the party, I was saying salt and pepper because I'm a cook. And then they said,
no, pepper.
No, make it the pepper. Make it a pepper.
Exactly.
So I did it.
Speaking of pepper.
Yeah.
What kind of? Alan introduced me to Sanchi Papas.
Oh, Sanchi Papas, sure.
Papas, yeah. Do you guys know what Sanchi Papas is, Matt? Hey, Sanchi Papas? Can you tell us what
Sure. It's French fries and hot dogs.
Yeah. Is that on the menu?
It is. We can make it.
Hey, listen, I'll be there.
You know, in Ecuador, you have these little, like little food trucks, little kiosk things. Yeah. And so, you know, you go get salchipapas. Sometimes, you know, you have a couple of drinks, you're drunk, you eat salchipapas and burgers, and you eat maybe like 4 or 5 salchipapas. Yeah. They're delicious. They're delicious. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, and we started using an air fryer recently. And
me too.
Yeah, those are amazing, aren't they?
Never knew how great they were. That's correct.
It's unbelievable how well that like super fast convection cooking method works. I mean, especially for non-cooks, right? They just want to get something done. It's like a better option than a microwave for a lot of things.
It's just as fast, almost.
Yeah, it is just as fast. Really.
I mean, it's surprising to me that it cooks so fast.
Right, and so thoroughly. I cooked raw chicken wings in an air fryer.
Right.
And they come out crispy and
they do come
nearly perfect.
Yeah, I was surprised.
It's almost like you don't need chefs anymore.
Yeah.
Wait a second. 86.
Get out of here. We always need chefs.
Yeah.
So what are the hours of operation? You guys are open like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. only on Wednesdays?
Breakfast.
Yeah, just breakfast for an hour. Not every since through the week, you know.
Because do a lot of business in that hour.
Yeah. It's a great question because usually we'd be open from Tuesday to Sunday.
Okay.
But because of the personnel problems, as everyone is having, we are open Tuesday to Saturday. So today we'd be open, which is a great day for us.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the personnel. Yeah. So until that happens, you know, I enjoy the Sunday off. Don't get me wrong, especially when football's on.
Yeah.
But
come to important things like this.
Yes, that's right. After the Super Bowl, I mourn.
Me too.
I mean, it's just like a void in my heart.
You got the Sixers.
We do. Yeah. And I know
right now you really got
they had a rough game last night.
Yeah, and I know they lost to the Nets, and I know Ben is. Well, I don't have to say anything.
No. For any of you non-Philadelphia people out there,
yes,
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, exactly. Twice, without a doubt. Terrible. I know. What a shame.
Yeah.
God gives a beard to those who don't have a chin.
There you go.
You know?
I like that.
Yeah, because if I'm 6'10", I'm top 3 player in the NBA right now. With the trick.
Yeah.
With the trick.
Watch the elbows.
Yeah, you gotta watch an offense or a foul come right off you.
Yeah, what are the rec specs? They gotta have like an equivalent of the rec specs for the trick to protect things, right? Well, we're going to do a commercial and we're going to come back. We're going to talk. Maybe we'll talk about that if you're open to talking about that.
Talk about anything you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
My pleasure.
So let's go to commercial. We're going to watch a commercial. Will you watch a commercial?
Absolutely.
I'm going to watch a commercial. You going to watch a commercial?
Absolutely.
But do you have any Augusto commercials that we can run?
Oh, yeah. We're going to make some. And then maybe next time I come back, we can put them on.
Yeah.
I'll do one when we come back for a break for you. You can use it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
It'll work.
We'll be right back.
We love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil without the guilt and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Introducing the revolutionary Shack Air Fryer, the 8-in-1 kitchen miracle with one-touch technology. It fries with superheated cyclonic air and not oil for up to 70% less calories from fat versus regular frying. Order right now.
All right. I got water on my. We're back. I'm just wiping water off my face. We went to commercial, and our producer Peanut Matt.
An epiphany.
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 Is he sitting in epiphany?
Yeah, there you go. Matt says, "What did you say, Matt?"
Oh, so it just dawned on me that your restaurant is one of my favorite restaurants in the entire area, if not the world.
Which makes us very happy.
And I didn't know who we were sitting with.
So go eat at Augusto's
So that's
right
how,
now.
that's how good of a producer I am. I didn't even know who they was.
Stop watching our show and go to Augusto's. Even if you live in Kansas or
That's it. Take a flight. Russian flights.
I said Russia.
Did you say Russia?
They're not.
I guess
Yeah.
Way to go.
you're not invited. Putin's not invited. Everyone else.
That's more sanctioned. You can't go to
That's
That's going to drive
Apparently they don't need to be invited. They just come. Show up.
We admit everyone, but not Putin.
Yeah, exactly. What happened, Killian? Yeah.
He's a beautiful boy.
He is.
He's a beautiful boy.
Got faith in Killian over here. They're watching. Killian's our biggest fan, or Sean's biggest fan. Yeah. So you mentioned prior to the pandemic, I believe, is when you had the
2014, I got ill. Yeah.
Okay. So can you kind of walk us through that?
2014, I get this disease called Wegener's granulomatosis, right? It's not hereditary. It's not contagious. I don't know how I got it.
Autoimmune. Yeah, we did a little research. Yep, so it's autoimmune.
I went to Mexico on vacation with my family. I came back in a wheelchair directly to the emergency ward. Stayed there for about 4 months. I lost my eye, so that's not my eye. And I have this trach, which helps me breathe. So I'm happy about that because we need to breathe.
Yeah, sure. Air's important.
And I spent 4 months. I don't remember half the time because I was in and out of the ICU.
Was it a quick, you knew you were sick, you came home and you just felt ill? Like, what was
No, it was I had a problem with my eye leading up to that, and we couldn't find out what it was, and it just all, crescendoed right there in August of 2014.
Wow. Now, is it, Killian's very
That's how I
concerned
felt.
for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt that way.
Is it a life-threatening thing, or are they
It
pretty
is,
much have a
but
handle
I'm
on
good.
it?
We do have a handle on my doctor. She's great. I'm not going to say her name because she probably doesn't want me to, but she's the best. She's Greek and she's the best, and she saved me.
Yeah.
She saved me. I was pretty bad. It took a couple of years to recuperate.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I couldn't eat for a year and a half. I couldn't drink. I'm a chef, right? Couldn't eat or drink for a year and a half.
Wow.
Like, when I was at the hospital, and I was there for 3 months before going to the rehab for a month.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat or drink, so I kept asking for bags of ice. So they called me the Ice Man. I was like 24 hours a day, ice, and if you could see my nose, there's a little indentation on it.
Okay.
So many times that I would just run that bag of ice up and down. I just needed something. And my nose was, I looked Irish, it was red. Can I say that?
No, Sean's Irish,
But-
so we make fun of the Irish as much as we want.
Have at it, man.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah.
But that's what. So that was my stay there. I came home. We basically had a little hospital bed room in my house for a little bit. And then I got better. Little by little, I got better. I'm back to work. I guess the thing that, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I lost a lot of weight.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a $167 now. What am I, middleweight?
Yeah.
Before I was like 240.
I don't know if we don't want to suggest this as a weight loss program, though, right?
We do not.
Okay. All right. So we do not. Like, don't go order this online.
No.
Like people order tapeworms, right? They only order tapeworms. And so what would this is not a very common
Not a very common one. I never heard of it before it happened.
Okay.
And most people that I tell to, unless they're in the medical field, they'll be like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
Obviously we have people coming at the restaurant. Do we know doctors? So as soon as I tell them, they know, and they know. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Is it something that if you catch early enough, you can avoid various complications?
Because it attacks the organs. As I said, it attacked my eye, my vocal cords, my stomach, gastroparesis. But for some people, it attacks their liver, and that didn't happen to me. So,
is there any symptoms early on that like people kind of look out for? Or
mine was the eye. My eye was just constantly red.
Okay.
And obviously, Wills Eye Hospital is maybe the best eye hospital in the country and in the world. I mean, we have great doctors and great medicine here. And so I was going to Wills Eye Hospital, and eventually we got it. Okay. So they took care of me. I'm here, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the important part. We had our last guest was diagnosed with breast cancer very early on in her 20s.
She was 32.
32, yeah.
32.
No family history of it. Yeah, it's crazy.
So
that's my oldest is 32. I would not want to hear that.
No, that's what she talked about her parents having to tell her parents.
Yeah, it's terrible.
How hard that was.
I'm sure her parents, as your parents, you'd be like, why didn't it happen to me?
Yes. Yeah. No, but she's doing great, and luckily, everyone's
literally just 2 years cancer-free yesterday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have a couple non-restaurant or illness-related questions.
Sure.
So, do you wear socks?
Today I do.
All right, you have socks on. All right. Do you keep socks for a long period of time, or do you throw them away periodically?
Well, it's a great question because a lot of times I make holes in them.
Yeah.
Not purposely.
No, they
just by walking. We walk a lot in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
So my wife's in charge of that. She's great.
So she does that.
Because I'm one of those people that don't want to throw anything out.
Me either. Yeah.
But she's like, throw these. I'm like, why? You see the holes in the bottom. No, I'll get you new ones. And
do you wear clogs when you're
I do wear
cooking?
clogs.
Yeah, that's a good.
I do wear
chef.
clogs. Yeah.
Do all chefs wear clogs?
Not all of them, but a lot of them do.
And they're comfortable, or is it their ventilation? What's both of those things?
They're comfortable. They're better on your knees, from what I understand. I mean, I feel.
Okay.
Very, very comfortable with them. Yeah. People say, how do you walk in them? Don't they fall off? They don't.
Yeah. It's like
you can't do a 100-yard dash, but you can still run a little bit if you had to on them.
I call it foot magic.
Foot magic is, absolutely.
The feet are the windows to the soul.
Yes.
No one's ever said that before.
No, but you have now, and from now on, everyone will.
Yep, exactly. Feet, windows, soul.
Feet are the windows to the soul.
I said we weren't going to go back to restaurant, but I do have another restaurant.
Sure.
I'm hoping you have.
Yeah.
Do you have a good, did you apprentice with a chef? Did you have a crazy, master chef?
I went to, I learned through the ranks.
Okay.
My first job was a job in a place called Opa Style, which was a restaurant that we made our own pasta.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah. And that's how I learned.
Okay.
And then, as I said, I worked in all these places. When I opened up the restaurant, I knew that, there's a difference in food.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went to school, and I went to Lebec to train a little bit, and our restaurant got better for it. Yeah. We do the best we can. We're not in competition with anyone. We're in competition with ourselves. Yeah, exactly. We got to do the best we can, best service, best food that we can give it. Yeah. I mean, our restaurant's not going to be confused with the French Laundry, which is a great restaurant. Thomas Keller is perhaps the best chef in the country, but you know what I mean. That's just different ingredients and different personnel, but. It's just food.
Different expectations,
it's
right?
It's just food, though,
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you eaten at French Laundry?
I've eaten at Per Se, which is Thomas Keller's restaurant in New York. Okay. I actually went to check on the reservation. They're like, we don't have the reservation. I said, I made it 2 months ago to the day. Exactly. The manager came out and said, well, what about lunch? It's the same menu, and you get a view of Central Park. I said, whatever. So we went with my brother-in-law. This is 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
$500 for lunch.
Jeez.
Which, I mean, not once did anyone come out and say, how is everything? Because they know it's perfect. And they gave us a tour of the kitchen. The sommelier at Per Se had been the sommelier, at the French Laundry had been the sommelier at Lebec Fin.
Okay. Yeah.
So the chef called and they brought us out some champagne. It was very nice. It was a great experience.
Oh, that's great. The German chef I worked for had a funny story with the guy. The master chef who trained him in France. He trained in France, and he was with another young up and coming apprentice chef. And the guy they were doing something with boiling water, and the guy's watch had come off and fallen into the water. And so,
I hope it was water resistant.
Well, the guy was like, "Oh no, how do I get my watch?" And the chef's like, "How do you get your watch?" And he grabs the guy's hand and shoves it in the boiling water. He's like, "That's how you get your watch." And he was upset that the guy had put his watch in the water. Obviously,
those European chefs, absolutely,
man. And then the guy that I worked for threw escargot at me because I sent it out not hot enough. They sent it back cold.
Oh yeah.
And he touched. He's like, "What the?"
Oh yeah.
And he threw it at me. Yeah, so escargot thrown at me. It was fun. He used to hide in the walk-in refrigerator from his chef on his break because he said if he was out in the open on a break, then
it would pick something.
So he would sit back there and eat his food in the walk-in. So chefs are personality. They got.
There's a lot of stress and a lot of things that go on. Sometimes it's just got to be one way.
Yeah.
If it's a dental office. The dentist is the most important,
Too many chefs in the kitchen, right? I mean, that's a saying.
No, absolutely. It has to be one way, Right or wrong, it has to be one way. So
Plus, the margins are very thin. I mean,
especially now.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially now. You know, when crab meat goes up, you know, when the start of the pandemic, $25 overnight.
Yeah. Are you able to adjust your menu to?
Yeah, I mean, some of the prices had to go up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different world now in inflation, right? I mean, everything is higher.
Yep.
Everyone goes. It's just money. Just
you get like a menu with like those like digital, you know, numbers next to it, and then as the market changes, you know, the person's like, oh, I'm gonna have that. Whoa,
No.
It's like stock prices. It just
buy the filet now. Get the filet.
like the gas stations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola tried that with vending machines, where they were going to do price adjustments based. They had a thermometer built into the vending machine.
Okay.
And in the morning, when it was cooler, you get a 50-cent Coke. And as the day went on, it got hotter and hotter.
As the refrigerator had to work
and they
more.
literally tested this in the public, and people went crazy.
I'm sure they
come
would.
back. It was like $1.75. This is back in the day. Not much for a Coca-Cola. So they've taken out of that.
I guess that's what the market will bear.
Oh yeah, people have when they get a price that they're used to, that's what they want.
That's what's going on with gas now, right? I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs, but you know those oil companies are making.
Oh, their profits are at all-time high. That's just the way it always is.
It's all the way it is.
Just,
You know why they do this?
why's that?
Because they can.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if you noticed Super Bowl this year. Did you notice all the electric car commercials?
Oh yeah.
There's something happening.
Yeah.
It's a revolution.
I don't think Luke Oil's doing so good right now.
No, this-
That's the one I saw was coming.
That was actually what, and I'm not a commercial watcher or a halftime show watcher.
Yeah.
I'm there for the football. But I did see a couple of commercials, and they weren't great. But the one that was decent was the electric car with from The Sopranos. What's her name?
yeah, Meadow Soprano. Jamie Lynn.
Jamie Lynn. That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah, there was. I noticed that it was that and cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Oh, that exactly.
Cryptocurrency. And,
exactly.
Are you guys accepting crypto at your restaurant yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're a little backwards.
I have like 5 Bitcoin in my pocket.
Nice.
Here.
5?
No, that'd be like $500,000.
That's 200,000 right now. Yeah.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't understand that aspect of life. I'm not good with that.
Yeah, we'll do a whole episode about that eventually. You can watch
yeah.
the episode and see. We'll explain cryptocurrency.
Thank you. I need an explanation.
Well, it was awesome having you. I really appreciate you coming
My
down.
pleasure.
I'm going to take up Matt's recommendation because he speaks so highly of it, and we'll be bringing Rachel and the kids down.
It'll be great
to enjoy.
And pretty much, I'm the one that answers the phone. So
Yep.
So I'll take your reservation. It'll be fun. It'll be great. You too,
Yeah,
Sean.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll have the filet.
And you have to come.
Just have it ready.
How would you like that? Medium or medium rare?
You know,
You like it medium well?
Yeah,
Are you a medium well?
You want some butterfly? Yeah.
That's all we do.
How do you feel about that? Because that's a thing. Like, there's
It's a
some
great
chefs who
question.
won't do that.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's a great question. People say, the waiters will go up and they'll be like, "How would you like the steak?" And they'll be like, "Whatever the chef says." And they'll come back and tell me. I'll be like, "That's the dumbest thing." I'm sorry, it is. Eat it how you like.
Yeah.
What if I don't like it well done? But what if I liked it well done?
Yeah.
Now they're saying how the chef would prepare it. I
Right.
get that, but
Yeah.
just get it the way you like.
Yeah, I'm a medium well guy.
Yeah. And we'll butterfly it for you so we don't kill the meat. And that's it.
My mom made steak as a kid. It was one of our staple dinners, and I fell in love. She liked to eat it this way, so I ended up eating it this way. But mooing, like rare blood. And so I got to where I would request bloody snake for dinner. That was as a kid. I would ask my mom for bloody snake.
Bloody snake?
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't say steak, right?
It's a good name for a
bloody
movie.
snake. Yeah, bloody snake. A comedy.
I don't know. Is that a Karate Kid episode?
That's a Karate Kid.
Cobra. That's it. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming. I was
my
joking
pleasure.
earlier about doing a cooking
shit.
segment, but that's
Yes.
we should try to figure out a way to do
We
a
can
cooking
find a way.
segment.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We
We
can
can-
get
I got an
funny
air
Augusto's
fryer.
cooking.
I got an air
yeah,
fryer
sure.
upstairs. We just plug it in, press, and
That's it. Just get back and done.
great TV.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much. We're going to
my
commercial.
pleasure.
And Augusto Jalon!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yay! All right.
My pleasure.
Hello there. I'm Mr. Delicious. Did you know the value menu at Rack's features lots of adult-sized delectables for only 99 cents? That's right, and that's fortunate. You see, Mr. Delicious is, well, a little overextended. Perhaps the Rack's executives aren't paying him enough to compromise his integrity. On the other hand, you can't eat integrity, but you certainly can eat a hearty roast beef sandwich for 99 cents. Tickety-dee.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Right.
We're back. That was commercial. That was Gusto.
Yes.
He was awesome.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
We were just talking about, like, I feel like I wish we could do 3-hour episodes. And I know you guys wish we could do 3-hour episodes because you watch 6 minutes of our 30-minute episodes. Thank you for the 6 minutes,
Yeah.
by the way. Like and subscribe. insult them. Like, you asshole! Will you please subscribe to our show? You know, he was awesome. His restaurant, Matt was saying we should talk about it. It's in Warminster. It's on
Madison Avenue, Warminster. Yep. Augusto's, yeah.
Madman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you live nearby, you should definitely go, because Matt says it's amazing. And we're going to go. Maybe you'll see Sean and I there. Yeah. If you do see us eating, do not approach us. All right? Let us eat our goddamn meal in peace.
Now, have you, speaking of how many people have you ever approached somebody in an opportune time?
So, working on this show,
yep.
A lot of celebrities coming through. Sorry, here. Hey, how you doing? A lot of celebrities coming through. And it's actually like a rule, like you're not supposed to, right? Unless you're one of the producers that has to like kind of interact with them to prepare for the show, and Craig, and blah, blah, blah. So, but there were 2 exceptions.
Ron Jeremy.
No. That was foisted upon me. No, the one was Robin Williams.
Okay.
Obviously, huge fan of his as a kid, and he was still alive at the time.
Very hairy man.
Yes, very hairy man. Yeah.
Think he's still hairy?
No, I think hair and fingernails. I think those continue to grow, and they're still there. So he's probably, unless he's cremated.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. Someone in the comments let us know. How did we get here? This is horrible. Anyway, so I met him. I shook his hand. Yeah. I was like, Robin. I was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
He's
never heard that before,
nice.
right?
Yeah, exactly. But he was so nice. Yeah. Speaking of which, at the same place I saw Chris Penn, who we talked about earlier. Chevy Chase was there.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, oh, I gotta go talk to him.
He's really nice too.
He was not nice. He was sitting in the bar. Surprise. And yeah, he was not a nice person. Okay. So it's unfortunate because he's hilarious.
Yeah. He was just having a bad decade. It's all right.
Yeah. So I would approach people occasionally.
Okay.
But we'll save that for more Chris E. True Hollywood Stories.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
That's going to be our new opening for that segment. You know. Speaking of which, it's a new segment I want to do. Close up somebody. I think I texted you that this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do like an ultra, like super close up of like your mouth or my mouth, and we just talk about random people.
Okay.
We put that on TikTok, and
people will love that.
All right, that's the episode. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about Robin Williams' corpse in his
hairy arms.
Yeah, all right. That's probably enough. So you guys want to hang out for another 10 minutes? What do you think? We'll just sit here? No, we're going to do that next episode, I think. All right. Well, thank you so much. Sean doesn't want me to say my slogan anymore.
No, you just got to do it correctly. You're all somebody, and we can't wait to meet you.
All right, we're all somebody, and we can't wait to meet you. Oh.